Hi guys, Rowan here and welcome to another video. Today I am doing my December wrap-up. So if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you know that I am sitting in a different spot. I got a new bookshelf for Christmas, so I had to rearrange my room a little bit. I'm trying this spot out for now. My bookshelves are all looking bare and weird because I'm still moving stuff and buying a whole bunch of new books to fill in. So I will have some book haul videos coming up, and I don't know if I like this spot. This is just one of my other bookshelves. I have 4 in my room actually. I was thinking about doing a bookshelf tour sometime soon. Let me know if any of you guys would even bother to watch that. I don't know. I've got a lot of books, so it would probably be kind of a long video and whatever, but I would like to share it if you guys want to see it. For the month of December, I failed epically. I didn't read like anything, and I just was in a really awful reading slump, and I had a lot going on. And I discovered Teen Wolf, which I had to marathon, and I did it in like a week and a half. I watched all of them, all the seasons that are out right now, in a week and a half. Probably not even that long, probably just over a week. Yeah, so there you go. I didn't feel motivated to read. I kind of dug my own grave because for my December TBR video, I just said, you know, I'm just going to read what I'm in the mood for. I'm going to have an easy month. I'm not going to worry about it. And that kind of screwed me over because then I was just like, whatever, you know, I'll just relax and do nothing. And then this happened. I just didn't read like anything. So bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. So the first book I read was Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. This book I read at the beginning of the month, and I really liked it actually. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. This book was about a girl who is kind of like class president. She's like a southern girl, you know, sort of thing, and she lives in this small town where it's kind of all weird, frilly, like they do beauty pageants and all this weird stuff, and she becomes a paladin. Which the paladin thing didn't work so much for me, but I liked it because it was really fun. I'm not really a girly girl, you guys probably don't know that, but I'm not. So when I started reading this and she was all talking about matching her lip gloss to her shoes and whatnot, I was kind of groaning internally. But it was actually really, really fun, and I found myself really enjoying it, and I was impressed that the author could do that because I don't like girly things, and this character was very girly, and I really liked her. And while it wasn't like the best, if you're looking at it critically, it definitely had some plot holes and some problems. I liked it and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because it was kind of what I was in the mood for. It was really fun, it was a light read, and I found myself giggling and laughing, and it was a good one. If you're in the mood for something light and girly, I would definitely recommend that. Alright, and then I went and I finished The White Rabbit Chronicles by Gina Showalter. I read the first one, Alice in Zombieland, in November. And I read through The Zombie Glass and Queen of Zombie Hearts this month, and I liked them. I was kind of in a mood towards the end of November, beginning of December, just for like fun reading. I didn't want anything like too intense, just kind of light stuff. And that's what these books were. They were fun. I'd never really read zombie books before, and I liked it. It was really interesting, and the main character was really badass, and there was like funny romance, and the series was very cliche, and there was definitely some big problems, but it was so engaging, and I just really had a good time reading them because it was almost so silly that it's like a guilty pleasure movie. You know what I mean? Like that bad movie that you kind of have to like hide because you don't want people to know you're watching it, but you love it so much. That's kind of what this series was to me. It was definitely a guilty pleasure series. But I gave the second book 4 out of 5 and the third book 3 out of 5. I'm not going to talk too much about them because they're the second and third in the series, so I don't want to spoil anything, so there you go. But the first book is about a girl named Alice Bell, she goes by Allie, whose father has like a sort of mental anxiety disorder where he keeps talking about monsters that he can see and how they can't go out after dark, and they end up going out after dark to go to her little sister's ballet recital, I think it was, and they get in a car accident, and Allie sees her father being eaten by these creatures. And then after that, she kind of can see what's going on, and she realizes that he was right, and they're zombies, but they're not quite zombies. You just have to read. And then, of course, she meets a mysterious boy who has all the answers, and like I said, it's kind of cliche, but fun. Alright, and then next I went through and I reread The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. So I started that off with Cinder, excuse my sticker mark, which hopefully you guys all know what these books are about. I'm not really going to go into it, but it's a cyborg girl and she's living in New Beijing. And there's Queen Lavanna who lives on the moon, and she's trying to come down and marry the prince who's Cinder-like. And they're fairy tale retellings, obviously. So Cinder's the first one, and then Scarlet's the second one, and then Cress is the third one, and there's a fourth one, and then like a novella prequel, Fairest, is coming out about Queen Lavanna. But they're fairy tale retellings, but they are so much fun, and you really love the characters. They're so amazing, and I like them so much because I really love her writing, and I love she has kind of different points of views going on in the later books. In every character, there's basically the three main girls so far, Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress, and then each one kind of has their sidekick man friend. And each character is so distinct and you love them all for different reasons, and I really enjoy that. I really like when books have such a big cast of characters. So I just reread these for fun. I was really in the mood, and I am really excited for Fairest coming out. So I just busted them out, and I'm sure I gave them all 5 out of 5 stars because I really like them, so there you go. So the next book I read was The Young Elites by Marie Lu, and I actually read it from the library, but I got a copy for Christmas, which was exciting. And I didn't like it very much. I read it while I was sick, and I just kind of like busted through it in like 2 hours. I mean, I just skimmed through it, and I couldn't really get into it, and I didn't like it, and I was like, bleh. And then the next day, I found myself thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, and like actually kind of absorbed what I had read, which I need to reread it obviously since I just busted through it, the more I found myself really liking it and really feeling intrigued by it. So I'm going to reread it, hopefully sometime soon when I'm feeling better and not going to be grumpy, and, you know, give it an actual chance. But I really like it because the main character is really kind of dark. And if any of you guys read Cruel Beauty by, what was her name? Rosamund Hodge. Oh my god. I don't even know if that's remotely close to her name. I can't remember. Anyway, the characters are kind of similar because they both kind of are going through that journey of embracing kind of the darkness inside them that they can't help, and it's there, and, you know, whatever. But I liked this book for that reason. And The Young Elites is about a girl named Adelina, and she lives in this world where a fever or a plague or something kind of wiped through and killed a bunch of people and children, and then the kids that survived, some of them have powers now, and they're called the Young Elites. So she is trying to escape her abusive father, and she doesn't have any powers or anything that we know of at first, and then you find out she does. That's not really a spoiler, it's like in the second chapter or something. And she's approached by the Young Elites, this group of people with powers, and they want her to help them take down the king and kind of free the land, and it's interesting. It's definitely a very interesting premise. I need to reread it and actually absorb what I'm reading. Alright, and then the next 3 books I read, I don't even know if they count, but I'm going to count them. I got Fables for Christmas. So I got Fables Legends in Exile, which is the first one, and then Fables Animal Farm, which is the second, and Fables Storybook Love, which is the third. I'm going to be ordering the other ones. Well, there's a whole bunch out, but I'm going to be ordering a couple more because I love these. I'm in like the fairy tale mood right now, you guys. So Fables is about all the fairy tale characters living in modern day New York because they were chased from their lands by the adversary, which is some mysterious villain who just conquered through all these different lands. And so they're living there, and they have kind of a setup where normal people don't know that they exist, and they're all living together and they have rules. I love these so much. They are so much fun, and I'm not a big comic person. These are like the only ones I've ever read. If you've never tried out comics before, I would definitely recommend starting with these because I started with them and I really love them and I was not expecting it. And they're super fun and they're great and the art is amazing and the story is fun, and I really love these, and I gave them all 5 out of 5 stars because they were great. Okay, you guys, so that is all that I read in December. Sad, I know. So sometime soon I will be posting my January TBR video, so be sure and check that out when it comes out and see what I'm reading this month. As always, thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you next time.